slow down and actually time yourself and see if you can, take 20 minutes, because that is a significant factor in getting yourself to stay to the portion that is on your plan, even though in your brain is wanting more. Hi, welcome to the Judy Torel Show, where I explore topics intended to optimize every body 50, 60, 70, and above. Hi everybody, and welcome to the Judy Torel Show. I'm Judy Torel, and I am a health coach and a nutrition coach and a fitness coach, and I have a master's degree in psychology with a specialty in addictions. I have been in the fitness industry for 40 years. I am 59 years old myself, and I have focused in on helping 50-plus population of men and women to optimize their bodies in whatever way they envision. So as you're moving forward into your 50s, your 60s, your 70s, 80s, and beyond, I am recording podcasts on all sorts of topics relative to the stage of life of 50 plus, because it's not too late to make changes. I am planning to live to be 120 years myself, and I'm not planning to be drooling on myself. I'm planning to be vital and ambulatory and, still participating physically in all the things that I'm doing now at 59. And that is my goal. So if you're like-minded and you have a similar goal, then you want to follow my podcast, because I'm presenting all things relative to keeping you in that state. You are now in episode number 5 of my first series of 6 podcasts, where I'm focusing in on what are the things that we say in our minds that will block us from being able to follow our weight loss journey, our weight loss programs, and that sabotage us so that we don't have our success. I have been in the weight loss industry, like I said, for 40 years. I've heard over and over again similar thought patterns from a variety of people, and I've identified trends, and these are my top 6 for this series, and this is number 5. So what I hear often is, I know what to do, I got my program, and then I watch myself not follow it. So I don't know what's wrong. I can't get myself to follow the program, right? So there's nothing wrong necessarily, but there's usually some operating system that's going on in your brain that is blocking you and getting in the way of you actually doing what you know you need to do. So this is number 5. And I will throw myself under the bus on this one. This is one that gets me often, and I have to really be on guard and very mindful of pumping in the replacement thought that I'm going to give you for this sabotage thought, because it has taken me off the plan so many times. I shudder to tell you, but I know what to do, and I'm actively pumping in to get myself to stay on the plan. So here's thought number 5 that leads you astray. You start eating, okay? And you're eating on your program, let's just say. It's like healthy food. It's the food in the right amounts and the right macronutrient balance, and it's whole, unprocessed food. And you're eating, and you're on your plan, and you get to the end of the amount that you're, appropriated for your weight loss goals or your weight management goals. And the thought that comes up in your mind is, that wasn't enough. I want more. Like, that was so good, and, I ate it, and now it's gone, and I'm not done yet. I didn't get enough of the pleasure. I didn't get enough of I'm not satisfied yet. Something is making it so that I am still wanting to eat more. And, if you're at a table where it's like family style and there's, more bowls on the table, you go up for the second. If there's more food you took something out of the container and that container still has more on the counter or in the refrigerator, there I am, I'm going up to get more. Now, I know that I had allocated the right amount of portion for the goals that I set for myself, and yet here I am going back for more. All right, so there's a couple things. I'm going to address a behavioral issue that could lead to this situation, and then I'm going to get into the mental scripts of what to think instead of the, riveted on, that wasn't enough, I just want more, I want more, I want more, I want more. This goes on in my mind. All right, so now, it takes a certain amount of time for your body to eat, the food gets into your digestive system, get picked up by the bloodstream, and then send hormonal messages back up to the brain that says, you know what, you can start to stop eating. Ghrelin is a digestive hormone that is one that sends back up to the brain just so you can start to slow down. Now you're reaching satisfaction. But it takes time for that hormone to build enough and then to make it up into the brain to send that message. So one of the things that is a behavioral piece that can lead to you then keep eating more or eat something else because that wasn't enough for you is eating too fast. So you have to chew your food. Take the time to actually give your body the amount of time it needs to register the food that you're eating. And when I ask my clients to time, the average amount of time it takes for them to eat a dinner, and they're not trying to delay it, the average time I get is somewhere between 5 and 7 minutes. And many of you have probably heard it takes 20 minutes for your body to register that you've started to eat. I have timed my, time to satisfaction, and it's actually closer to 45 minutes. And I can eat fast, and if I eat my food and it's done within 5 minutes, I'm now staring down 40 minutes where I'm going to have to wrestle this drive to want more, even though more is now going to sabotage my goals for myself, whether it be weight loss or weight management. And let me tell you something, in 40 minutes, I can eat a lot. If a lot off the plan and really, go off and sabotage my goals. So the behavioral piece that I want to offer to this thinking pattern that is, I want more, is slow down and actually time yourself and see if you can, take 20 minutes, because that is a significant factor in getting yourself to stay to the portion that is on your plan, even though in your brain is wanting more. Because if you can delay the time, you're actually getting the hormonal signals, like I said, and you may find that you don't want more, and your brain actually calms down and doesn't say to you, keep eating, I want more. But now let's go back into the cognitive thinking, the replacement thought. Let's assume that you have eaten fast, or maybe you're at the 20-minute mark, but it's longer for you to register for that satisfaction, and you're driven. All you can think about is like, that wasn't enough. I want more. That was so good. I want more. All right, so now the cognitive replacement thought that needs to come in order to keep you on the plan when your brain is doing that is this. Okay, I know I want more right now, but I also know that I have had this happen before, and if I keep eating, I am then going to get to the point where when it registers, not only am I not going to want more, but I'm actually going to feel like sick or overstuffed, like that I ate too much. I know that that's going to happen in 10 or 15 or 20 minutes. So right now, even though I am aware of the fact that I am driven to want more, I am also aware of the fact that in 20 minutes, I'm going to wish I didn't eat more. And bringing that thought into the moment, and even though that drive and desire to want to eat more is really strong, because speaking from personal experience, that this can be very, 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 compulsive and powerful. But time and time again, I know it's happened to me where if I don't bring in this replacement thought and say, okay, wait, just slow down, like maybe step away from the food. I can always come back. I'm going to leave a little bit on my plate right now. So when I come back, I can then have that. But I'm now getting closer to the time frame and the experience in my body, and that in 10 minutes I'm going to have, and that is, oh no, I really don't want more. Like that is enough. So it's kind of like you got to play with the time and the moment that you're in, and recognizing that in the past it has happened that in 10 more minutes when I'm there, I'm going to wish I didn't, that I brought, in 10 more minutes, I'm going to wish that I brought that 10-minute realization into the prior moment. So it's bringing the future moment into this moment and saying, okay, like I know how this works. Like I'm going to keep eating because I'm driven to do it right now, but I really don't want more. When this finally registers, I'm going to wish that this is where I stopped. And bringing that recognition into the moment you're in, and then kind of stepping back from the food. Oftentimes I'll stop back and, maybe walk out of the room, maybe I'll put a load of laundry in, or maybe I'll answer an email, and then come back having left a little bit on the plate to still finish, and then because I worked with that delay of time, I'm now satisfied. If I'm standing over the food, though, or in the kitchen where more food is available, it's harder to do that. So this is kind of like the solution to this problem is not just a replacement thought. It's kind of like bringing a behavior in there as well, and that is the thought that you're having that is going to lead you off the program is, oh my God, like I'm done with the portion, but like I want more, or now I want something else because that hasn't registered yet, and that hasn't satisfied me, like, and I definitely need something else. That's the thinking pattern that is going to lead you off the plan, and the one that you want to pump into your mind to replace it with is, like, I know I want more right now, but I also know that in 10 minutes I'm going to not want more, and if I keep eating right now, I'm going to wish that I didn't in 10 minutes. And then walk away from the plate, do something for a couple minutes, 5-10 minutes, come back in, and then eureka, it's like magically, I call it the click. Like there's a click that happens in your brain, and the same amount of food that you seemingly was not enough 10 minutes ago is actually perfect. And now you're standing in the 10 minutes after saying, oh, I'm so glad that I actually got myself to stop. All right, so again, the cognitive thought that is going to be the thought that is going to lead you off the program is being in the moment, perhaps eating too fast, and then being done with the portion and saying, oh my God, like I want more, that wasn't enough. And then standing in that moment, projecting out 10 minutes and saying, but I know, like in 10 minutes, this will be enough. And then walking away from the food and coming back in 10 minutes. And if you still want more, then you can negotiate that. But I'm 9.9999999% of the time, you're going to say, when you come back in 10 minutes, oh, you know what? Like the click happened now. The ghrelin got into my brain, and I'm good. And I stuck to my portion. And that means I'm going to get closer to my goal because I'm going to have the deficit I'm after today, or I'm going to feel that sense of empowerment and like volition over my own behavior. So very empowering when you can do this. Very doable, and I say that because like portion is my own personal, Achilles heel, and it can be portions of things off the plan or portion things on the plan. Because too much of even things on the plan is going to make you off the plan. So this kind of stand in the moment, delay, bring yourself to the next 10 minutes, remind yourself of how you are going to feel, and then delay the time, walk away from the food to get to the 10 minutes after, where then you can say, oh, you know what? I don't want more now. I'm actually good. Keeps you on your plan. Keeps you achieving the weight loss goals you're after. So this is installment number 5 out of my 6 installment series, one more to go. But if you're finding these valuable and you think that there are some that you might want to, that you run, that I haven't addressed yet, I have a book on Amazon. It's called Think This, Not That. So just like we just did, this is the thought, I want more. Don't think that, think this. In 10 minutes, though, am I going to want more? Let me get to 10 minutes later and see what happens. So think this, the replacement thought, not the one that's leading you off the plan. And this is the method for how to reprogram your brain for successful weight loss. And I just want to say this book isn't just about reading, there's 15 chapters. Of each chapter is a different replacement thought. You identify the ones that are like more, the top 3 that you're running. And this book in the introduction tells you not just what to replace it with, but how to now get the repetitions, how to do the practice so there's enough repetition to actually interrupt this, not just once, but ongoingly. So if this isn't just a reading material, this is actually a tool for behavioral change. So I do recommend getting the hard copy because then you can take notes and write in it as opposed to the Kindle version, but it is available on both on Amazon. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching number 5. Stay tuned for number 6. It's a goodie. Thanks for listening, everybody. And if you'd like to have access to some of my additional resources, I can be found at Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and on my website, www.judytorel.com.